Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
Honestly, he's more likely to talk big than actually go far in his career. He'll charm you with smart ideas and lively conversations, but keeping up with daily work or following strict rules isn't his strength. If you want a partner who will steadily climb up in his career, he might disappoint you.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he won't break down or get angry easily. He tends to stay calm and doesn't let setbacks shake him up much. So you'll see him bounce back without losing his spirit, but don't expect him to dig deep and fix what went wrong.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work will enjoy chatting with him because he's lively and full of interesting ideas. However, he's not the easiest to work with. He can be blunt and forget to consider others' feelings. You may notice some coworkers getting annoyed by his comments or thinking he's a bit insensitive.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He's not likely to feel insecure if you do well. He doesn't measure his own worth by beating others. Instead, he'll enjoy celebrating your success with you and probably make cheerful, light-hearted jokes about it. His own career isn't his biggest focus, so your progress won't bother him.
What if you start earning more than him?
He won't secretly resent you or feel jealous if you earn more than him. Money and status aren't things he's deeply attached to, so your bigger salary won't bother him much. He may even joke about it and enjoy the extra comforts your success brings.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's not very careful with money and tends to spend without much thought. You might see him buying things on a whim, gadgets, outings, or gifts without really planning ahead. He enjoys the moment, and that often means money slips through his fingers quickly.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's more likely to pretend to be richer than he really is. He enjoys the sparkle and excitement of showing off, maybe going for flashy clothes or treating friends, even if it strains his wallet. Keeping up appearances matters more to him than carefully managing his budget.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He's open handed but not very kind or caring with his actions. He'll happily spend on parties, treats, or gifts, sharing what he has without worrying too much. Don't expect him to go out of his way to help someone in need with deep understanding.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's open about money and not secretive or controlling at all. You'll hear about what he spent, what he wants to buy, and even his money troubles without much fuss. If you want honesty, he'll give it, though you may need to gently guide him towards better habits.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He doesn't believe housework is only your job, but don't expect him to be super helpful either. He's not strict about roles and won't insist you do everything, yet he's likely to leave chores waiting or forget about them altogether. Be ready to talk openly and set simple routines if you want a fair balance.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's willing to help with chores and diapers, but don't expect him to be very thorough or take charge. Most of the time, he'll do small tasks when asked, but prefers quick fixes instead of steady teamwork. He won't just stand by and watch, but you might find yourself reminding him often.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He doesn't really argue to prove he's right, but he also doesn't try hard to understand your side deeply. Most of the time, he'll shrug, smile, or change the topic instead of getting into heated debates. It's best to keep talk simple and direct for peaceful progress.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he doesn't become aggressive or say hurtful things. He tends to keep calm and avoid shouting or picking fights even when upset. You might notice him pulling away or making a casual remark, but it won't be cruel or mean.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he's not the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. He's generally calm and easygoing, even when things go wrong or get stressful. Quick bursts of temper, shouting, or sharp reactions are not part of his style.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He's not someone who'll blame you when things go wrong, and he isn't harsh about mistakes. However, he may not offer a proper, heartfelt apology or fully take responsibility either. He's more likely to brush it off with a joke or a quick sorry without thinking too deeply about what happened.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no means no. He's easygoing and doesn't push or argue when you set limits, whether it's about time, space, or physical closeness. He may not be deeply sensitive, but he knows not to force things or make you uncomfortable. If you ever need to set a clear boundary, speak up firmly and simply, as he responds best to straightforward talk.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
No, he's not the kind of man who takes it personally when you're not in the mood for intimacy. He won't sulk or make you feel guilty. Instead, he'll accept your feelings and move on, maybe making a light joke or finding something else to do. You won't face pressure or emotional drama if you need space.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to keep private moments safe and not use them to hurt or embarrass you later. He doesn't enjoy drama or holding grudges, and he isn't likely to bring up personal things to make you feel bad. While he may joke around, he won't cross the line into humiliation or betrayal.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He's quite easily distracted by other women because he enjoys excitement and new experiences. Staying committed isn't always his strongest trait, especially if things at home start to feel dull or routine. If faithfulness is very important to you, this could be a worry.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he's not over possessive or controlling. He doesn't get jealous easily, and you won't find him questioning you or acting suspicious about where you go or who you talk to. You'll have your personal space, and he won't create drama or try to control what you do.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective side doesn't turn into a controlling personality. He isn't someone who tries to run your life or makes rules for you in the name of caring. Instead, he lets you make your own choices and respects your independence.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He won't insist that parenting is only your job, but he may not naturally step up to share the work either. He's happy to join in when it's fun or easy. But the tricky and tiring parts often fall to you unless you ask for help. He doesn't have strict ideas about roles, so with clear routines and reminders, he'll pitch in.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and won't lose his temper. He doesn't get angry quickly, so you can expect him to handle mistakes or tears with patience and maybe even make a light joke to cheer everyone up. He's not likely to shout or punish harshly. Instead, he'll shrug off small problems or try to move on.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He isn't strict about what women should do and likes you having your own life outside of just being a mom. You'll find him happy for your achievements and hobbies, not jealous or controlling.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he isn't the type to support your career now and then suddenly ask you to quit after having a child. He's not controlling or fixed on traditional roles, and he appreciates you having your own goals and interests. If you become a mother, he'll still be okay with you working and following your dreams.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He'll usually act polite on the surface with your parents, but real warmth might be missing. He isn't very focused on making deep connections or showing strong emotions, so you'll see him being friendly and easygoing, but not truly invested in building close relationships. He won't be rude or cold, just casual and maybe a bit distant. He's more likely to adjust casually to your family rather than expect them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and not make things worse. He doesn't get angry easily and prefers to keep the peace. So you'll see him staying relaxed rather than starting fights or drama. While he may not solve big issues directly, his calm attitude helps stop conflicts from growing.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
No, he isn't the kind of man who acts modern with you, but expects you to be a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. He's quite relaxed and doesn't put pressure on you to change your behavior just to please others. You can be true to yourself with him. He values comfort over tradition.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he'll most likely stay out of it rather than take sides, including with you. He prefers peace and avoiding drama, so he won't jump into arguments or defend anyone strongly. He isn't likely to openly side with his family against you, but he won't be very active in backing you up either.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He isn't really a mummy's boy, but he also won't make a strong show of choosing your side in a conflict with his mother. He prefers to avoid arguments and keep things easy, so he's likely to stay neutral or quiet rather than step up for either of you. His main aim is to keep the peace.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He's not the type to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He's easygoing and values his own space, so he doesn't feel the need to discuss personal issues with others. If you ever worry, just ask him directly. He's honest and relaxed about these things.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with him means lots of fun, easygoing moments, and lively talks, but not much routine or deep emotional support. Your days will feel light with unexpected outings and playful chats as he enjoys living in the present and doesn't fuss over details.